Hi, welcome to the Fancy Bunny painting tutorial for our original laser designs. But before we get into it, hi, I'm Donna, and my husband Chris and I are the creators behind Ideas to I Did It. And we like to take wood projects and create a lot of different things with it, a lot of art with it. And we use scroll saws, we use jigsaws, and now we're using the laser machines. So all of our laser files are hand drawn by me and then convert it to SVG files by Chris. And then we cut them all and then I paint them and create these tutorials so you can paint them and get the same results. If you found us on YouTube, our Etsy, we sell all of our files in our Etsy store. The link is in the description below if that's something you want to check out. And we also have a website where we kind of go into all of our methods and our madness and the different projects we're working on. And we also have a few social media things. So everything's in the description. If it's something that you want to check out, that would be great. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to be painting the fancy rabbit, as I call it. And for this, I am using just acrylic paint. Mine is from the dollar store, which is called Dollarama in Canada. And I've got a teal color, white, a burnt umber, black, and then a purple. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet, and a gold. So we'll start, and you're going to watch me design this as we go. So we'll see how it all turns out. So I've just got it on a piece of scrap wood, and I'm going to start by doing the nose and the glasses and get those done. And I'll also do in the eyes because they're black. I'll fill those in. Okay, so now I'm gonna glue it together. I'm not gonna glue on the glasses, but I'm gonna glue these pieces together and then I'll be able to start some shadow work. So just use some wood glue. And now you just need to line up the ears. And if you have some glue on there, just try to wipe it off. You can use one of your brushes with a bit of water. Okay, and now we'll put this on. I'm not sure, I might change the color of this still, but that's okay. And the reason I do it in this order is it's easier to do your base coat when they're separate. You don't have to be as particular with your painting. But now we want to start doing detail work. So we want to know how it's going to land. So there is an etch line where the tip of the nose goes. And you'll see when we start to build the shadows and all the shadow work, if you choose to do it, it'll be fine as is too. So we'll just put the tip on the top of that etch mark. Okay, and we'll just press that down and let it dry for a little bit. We'll put the glasses on at the very end. All right, I changed my mind. I think I want the bow tie purple, so I'm just gonna grab some purple paint, put it right over it. It's that easy. You don't need to stress yourself out about any of this. Okay, and we'll let all that dry. Okay, so now you could leave it here and it would look great. You could just darken up your eyes. You could also use paint pens for all of this. So, but I'm going to take this one step further. We'll call this more intermediate, and I'm going to start to shadow and highlight to add some real dimension. So I'll start in here. We already have real depth because they're two different layers, but you'll see I'm going to start adding some shadow color in there, and it'll really help bring it in. So to do shadows, the way I like to do it, there's a million ways to do everything. This is just my method. I'm going to use my liner brush and my larger brush, my round brush, and I'm going to use this to diffuse. So this will have water on it for the most part. And I'm going to pull in some watered down paint with this. So I normally like a nice like brown color as a good shadow. Then I play around. I could add some different colors to it, some black, to play around with the color. I'm going to try this one with some red. So it's the brown and the red watered down. And I'm going to start laying that in. Come back with a wet brush and soften that edge. If your wood is really dry and grabbing onto the paint, put a bit of water down on your wood first, just a bit. So you see, we're going to start to build this depth, and it's going to make a difference. Again, not necessary. This is just if you want to do a little extra. And when you think of shadows, you're always wanting to build. You're not trying to get it done in one pass. And you're not trying to outline anything. At least I'm not, the way I try to do it. So you're going to you need this brush with water on it, not too much. And we'll just keep building and building and building till we get some colors that we're happy with and get that dimension. And it's going to be darkest, closest to the other piece, and then it's going to pull out and get lighter as you come out. So you can see I'm getting some nice variation of color, and by doing it this way, you can see I'm already starting to look like I've already added a highlight when I haven't, because I'm darkening that color. This is going to really help give your piece some interest. But again, not necessary if you don't want to do it. But I'm going to stop saying that. I'm going to assume if you're here, you want to do it. And it's really not hard. It's a great skill, great painting skill to learn. Okay, so we're going to let that one dry. I'm quite happy with that. Now I'm going to come and I'm going to start to add my shadows around the muzzle. So with that, I'm going to use brown. So I'm just taking a bit of brown paint and adding some water to it. And again, getting my other brush ready. So you can see I've got my line here. So we're going to come in and we're going to start to build that shadow around there. And if you put this down and you're really not happy with it, you can do one of two things. You can try to wipe it off with your wet brush, or you can let it dry and paint your base coat over it again. So when I'm doing something like this, because I'm trying to follow this outline, I'm going to keep that line closest to the muzzle nice and smooth, and I'm only going to water out and diffuse the line going on the other side, like going under, to really help start to build that dimension. And with shadows too, you generally want to work in like a triangular pattern. You don't want straight lines. You don't want it to look outlined. Now you can see here, I don't know if you can see, I can see that my shadow went out a little bit there. I'm just going to put some water on it just to diffuse that and smooth that right out. Okay, so I'm going to work on this side just to show you the difference. So now I'm going to also do that same idea under the eye. So again, grab that watered down brown paint and come under the eye, and then come back with your larger brush and start to pull that down. Now, again, if you did this and you were really unhappy with it and you wish that you could have just stopped where you did, you can always just let it dry and repaint the whole thing. It is so forgiving. Again, we're just going to dab and soften that edge. Okay, you can see we're starting to build that depth, and we're going to go back in with black to really get that eye nice and defined. Okay, and again, the shadow is going to be under. It's not going to be over the top of the eye. It's going to be under the eye. Okay, and there's also going to be a shadow here. We've got where the mouth separates. So I'm just going to I'm going to put the shadow on this side of it. And there's also going to be a shadow going up under this nose. Again, just going to go in and diffuse that. And you'll see I'm always kind of pulling it around. There's lots of water on my brush. So I'm just always kind of smoothing it out, softening the edges. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. So now I want to darken this up under here because this is his head, his muzzle, and that's his neck. So again, this is going to be on top. So I'm going to go under there. Now I'm going to take my same brown paint that I'm going to water down, but this time I'm going to put some black in it to get it to a darker color because the shadow is obviously going to be deeper under there. So I'll just mix that. Okay, so same thing. I'm going to do this whole side because I don't want it to end up with a line. So we're just going to put it in there, get right into that crevice, go down the side. Now with our wet brush, we're going to go in and just start scrubbing that line to get those edges diffused. Okay. Now I'm going to add just a bit more of it here in the middle where that muzzle would stick out a bit more. It would just be a bit more of a shadow. Okay. So I'm hoping you can see a difference in the two sides. Yeah, I think you totally can see. I'm just looking through the camera. I think you totally can see a difference. And so I'm just going to go and finish the other side. Okay, so when it comes to the background, you have a couple options. You can leave it plain, you could paint it, you could stain it, or you can take some scrapbook paper. Let me see if I can show you the variety. You can get, I got these at the dollar store. This whole pack I think was $5. And you can take the paper and simply glue it on. And that really makes a fantastic background as well. So I think I'll show you a couple different ways that I'm going to do this. Okay, so I'll just show you some examples of different paper. So we could do that. I'm not sure if that pattern's on a little big. Something a little more subtle. Or that one. Now I'm planning on doing a boy and a girl of this one, so I'm leaning towards this, and I can do one with one background and one with the other. So I think we'll use this one for this guy. So pretty simple. Put your paper down, put your round on where you want it, hold it. And with this one, we're just going to glue it on top. We're not wrapping it because we have the frame that's going to go on there. So now I'm just going to cut out what I've drawn. Okay, so I've cut it out, and now I will just glue it on just using some white glue or a glue stick. And then remember, the edges don't have to be perfect because we are putting our outside frame, which I cannot pick up right now, our outside frame over it. All right, I'll do that. Okay, so that'll just give you a quick look. Nothing's glued down, it's not finished. Oh, shit. Okay, and I'm just adding, the glasses aren't on there yet. I'm just gonna add some black in as my shadow color here. And I'm just going under, it's hard to see, but I'm just going under those etched lines and around that center of the bow. And then just down here on the bottom and a little on the top where that bow would have some, you know, how it would be rounded. And now I'll just go in and soften that out a little bit. Okay. Okay, that's that. And now I'm going to go in with my liner brush and do those eyes again. And again, this would be a great place for a paint marker if you're more comfortable with that. That's one. And that's two. I'm just going to take a bit of the same purple paint, just with a bit of white in it, just to try to give this a bit more dimension. Put a bit of a highlight on it. Just a little bit of it here on the tip. Okay, and here we've got enough of a highlight look in the ear. I think we're very good. I'm going to let the black dry very well, and then I'll probably do a white dot and a glisten line in the nose as well. I guess I could do that now. Just and if you're not happy with it, wipe it off and start again. I'm gonna add just a few little white dots just to bring out some of those little, just tiny little ones, just to add some interest really. So I'm just gonna put them on and then just knock them down with my finger a little bit. In the lightest spots. There, I think we're good. So then we'll put it all together. Pretty cute.